morning, boys. In today's topic, we are going to discuss on the topic of electromagnetism. Now, here is an activity which determines the magnetic field. So, in this figure, we have sprinkled some iron filings on a paper board, and we place a bar magnet, and due to this, they are rearranged themselves in a manner or in a pattern. These iron filings are arranged themselves in this manner because they are experiencing a force due to the permagnet's magnetic field, and they are arranged according to the magnetic field lines. Now the question arises, what are magnetic field lines? So we know the space surrounding a magnet within which the magnetic effect is felt is called magnetic field, and magnetic field is three-dimensional. So when we put a unit north pole inside this magnetic field, then it is repelled by the north pole and attracted by the south pole, and it follows the path which leads it towards the south pole of the magnet. This path along which a free north pole moves in a magnetic field is called lines of force. Hence, the magnetic lines of force acts as pictorial representation of the magnetic field. So here you can also see the representation of the magnetic field lines. As you can see, outside the bar magnet, the magnetic field lines are generated from the north pole and move towards the south pole, and inside the magnet it is from south pole to the north pole. You must remember, magnetic fields of lines are in a closed loop, and outside the magnet it will be from north to south, and inside the magnet it will be from south to north. The properties of magnetic field lines. As we have said in the earlier conversation, that it is emerged from the north pole and enters at the south pole. Number 2, inside the magnet it will be from south pole to north pole. So the magnetic field lines are in a closed path or closed curve in a circular loop also. So no two magnetic field lines never cross each other. That means they cannot cross each other. If they cross each other, then at that point there will be two directions of the magnetic compass, but which is not possible. And the relative strength of the magnetic field is shown by the degree of closeness of the field lines. That means if the magnetic fields are denser at any point, then the magnetic strength of that point is stronger. That means, as here the degree of closeness is maximum, so here the strength of the magnet is maximum, and here the degrees of closeness is minimum, so the strength will be minimum. And the magnetic field is a vector quantity, so it has both magnitude and direction. As you can see here, the direction of the magnetic field will be given by the arrow in the magnetic field lines. So if in this point the magnetic field will be in the direction of the arrow, the direction of the magnetic field in any point around this magnet will be shown by the tangent on that point of the curve. So now magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor. As you can see here, a current carrying conductor is placed inside a cardboard and it is connected to the battery, and if the key is pressed on, a current will flow through the conductor, and according to right hand graph's rule, we can see that when the current is moving in the upward direction, the magnetic field lines will be in the anti-clockwise direction. But when the same configuration is done and if we reverse the battery, then the flow of current will be in the reverse direction, that means in the downward direction. So the magnetic field lines will be in the clockwise direction. So when a current is flowing outward from a point, then the magnetic field lines will be concentric circle around the wire, and their direction will be in the anti-clockwise direction. But when the current is flowing into a plane of paper, in that case the magnetic field lines will also be concentric circle around the conducting wire in a clockwise direction. So as we can observe, the magnitude of the current in the wire is increased, the number of concentric circle increases. That means with the increase in the magnetic field is directly proportional to the current flowing through the conductor, and the magnetic needle is brought near the conductor. The deflection in the needle is more when it comes near the conductor, brought near the conductor. The space between two concentric circles will not be equal for each case. It will be increasing in order. That means the separation between the two concentric circles will increase, or that represents the magnetic field intensity will decrease, because the closeness of the magnetic field lines represent the strength. So if the magnetic field lines are separated, then their closeness is decreases, hence the value of the magnetic field will decrease. So the strength of the magnetic force will also decrease. Here is another picture in which you can see that around a current carrying conductor we sprinkle some iron filings, and when we press the switch on, that means when the current is passed through the conductor, the iron filings are rearrange themselves in a concentric circle around the current carrying conductor. So in this figure we are going to discuss about the magnetic field due to a circular current carrying loop. So in this figure you can see that a circular loop of current carrying conductor is placed, and that is connected with a battery. So when we press the key on, so we see that the current is flowing through the conductor. Due to this flow of current, we see some pattern of magnetic field lines, and we observe that in the vicinity of the wire at these 2 points, the magnetic field lines are nearly circular with the space enclosed by the wire. That means in this position, the magnetic field lines are in the same direction. And number 3, we observe that near the center of the loop, the magnetic field lines are nearly parallel to each other. So we can say that the magnetic field lines are uniform. That means the strength of the magnetic field are same at each and every point. So at the center of the magnetic field lines are along the axis of the loop normal to the plane of the paper. And number 5, the magnetic field lines become denser if the strength of the current in the loop increased, and if we increase the number of turns in the loop, then also the number of field lines becomes denser. And the last observation is that the magnetic field lines pass through the loop are in the same direction. If the magnetic field lines appears to enter front face of the loop, so it behaves as a south pole. If we see from the other side, then it will appear that the magnetic field lines are coming out from the face of the loop, then that side will be north pole. Thus the loops acts like a dipole, and it has a magnetic field similar to that of a magnetized disc. In this case, it is to be noted that the polarity at the two faces of the loop depends on the direction of the current in the loop. If we reverse the direction of the current in this loop, then the polarity of the faces of the loop get reversed. If you see from this side, then you can see that the current will be in the anti-clockwise direction, and that means in this side it will form a north pole, and from this side if you see this same loop, then you will see that the current is in the clockwise direction, and hence in this side it will form a south pole. So to find the direction of the magnetic field, we have to place our hand around the loop, and our thumb will direct the direction of the current, and our remaining forefinger will direct the direction of the magnetic field inside a coil, as you can see in this figure. So in this figure, this is a solenoid, So if a conducting wire is wound in a form of a cylindrical coil whose diameter is less in comparison to the length of the coil, then this type of coiling is known as solenoid. It looks like a helical spring. So if we place our hand in a manner in the direction of the current flow, then our thumb will represent the direction of the magnetic field inside the solenoid. That we grip the solenoid, our four fingers in the direction of the current flowing in the circular loop, and our thumb will represent the direction of the magnetic field inside the solenoid. Remember that the magnetic field inside the solenoid will be represented by gripping the solenoid in this manner. So now here is an experiment regarding solenoid. So if we place a solenoid along a cardboard and connect it with a battery and we press the key, then a current will flow through the solenoid, and due to the flow of the current in the solenoid, a magnetic field will generate inside the solenoid. And from this observation we get the pattern of the magnetic field lines, and it is found that the magnetic field lines inside the solenoid are nearly straight and parallel to the axis of the solenoid. That is, the magnetic fields is uniform inside the solenoid. And second observation is that the magnetic field lines become denser on the increasing current of the solenoid. That means with the increase in the current, the magnetic field lines will be denser inside the solenoid. In the third observation, we have seen that magnetic field lines is increased if we increase the number of turns in the solenoid. That means by increasing the number of turns in a solenoid, we can increase the magnetic field. And number 4 observation, the magnetic field is also increased in a soft iron rod is placed along the axis of the solenoid, because the soft iron increases the strength of the magnetic field of the solenoid, since soft iron has a high magnetic permeability. And in this figure you can see that this point is represent the south pole, because from this face we see that the current is flowing in the clockwise direction, so it will be a south pole. And in this side, if you see the flow of current, then you will see that the current will flow in the anti-clockwise direction, so it will be in the north pole. In another way, you can turn this symbol, this S symbol, along the arrow, then you get a clockwise motion. And if you turn this symbol along the arrow, then you will get a anti-clockwise motion. So it can be noted that the anti-clockwise movement of current in a coil will produce a north pole, and clockwise motion of a current in a conductor will produce a south pole. But in our previous slide, you have seen that both the poles are generated due to a single loop at the same time, because monopole of a magnet does not exist. So when a north pole is generated, then a south pole will also generated. So from the previous slide, we seen that the magnetic field strength of a solenoid depends on the amount of current, depends on the number of turns, and depends on the permeability, that is the material property. So as you can see, the magnetic fields inside a solenoid are parallel to each other. That means, so we can produce a uniform magnetic field inside a solenoid, and the strength of the magnetic field can be changed according to our need. So we prefer solenoid instead of bar magnet, because bar magnet and solenoid, both of them had some similarities and dissimilarities, but solenoids gets preferred because the strength of the magnetic field due to a solenoid can be changed by changing the current in it. Hence we can produce required amount of magnetic field by interchanging the amount of current. And number 2, the direction of the magnetic field due to a solenoid can be reversed by reversing the direction of the current. So we can reverse the direction of the magnetic field by reversing the direction of the current, but it cannot be done with a bar magnet. As you see, there is also some similarities between bar magnet and solenoid. That is, the magnetic field lines of a bar magnet and a solenoid are similar in manner, as you can see here. And the current carrying solenoid, when suspended freely, it will align themselves in the north-south direction as bar magnet do. And the current carrying solenoid also acquire an attractive property like a magnet. Now, the next topic is electromagnet. In this topic, we place an iron core around a solenoid, and if we place current through the conductor, then the iron core will behave as a electromagnet and it will attract the iron filings. So the strength of the magnet will depend on the three factors. Number 1, the amount of current flowing through the conductor. Number 2, the number of turns of the conductor. And number 3, the core of the material. That we have discussed in our previous slide, magnetic field strength of a solenoid depends on the same three factors. By increasing the strength of the magnetic field of a solenoid, we can increase the strength of the electromagnet. That is, by increasing the current, the strength of the electromagnet will be increased. By increasing the number of turns, the strength of the electromagnet can be increased. And by choosing a suitable material for the core of the electromagnet, we can increase the strength of the electromagnet.